A man's racist YouTube prank lands him behind bars for 6 years. Hey guys, I'm Court McGinley. I hope your weekend's been wonderful and we're gonna get into some news. Yesterday I asked you guys what's the biggest lie you've ever told, and this is what you guys said. Today I want to know, what do you think about this viral trending knockout video? Let me know down below. So 29-year-old Conrad Barrett videotaped himself knocking out an elderly African-American man. 97-year-old Roy Coleman for the knockout challenge. Barrett filmed himself in the minutes before this unprovoked attack as he cruised the streets looking for an elderly black victim. I have the video here for you guys, so I'm going to show it to you. Obviously, none of us here condone this behavior.
I have to step up the courage. For about a week now, I've been unable to go through with this plan. The plan is to see if I were to hit a black person, would this be nationally televised? Now, they hit defenseless people. I'm not going to go that low. I'm completely unable to do that. Okay. Hey, how's it going, man? Huh? How you doing? Yeah? Yeah? Knockout.
This is absolutely disgusting. So the fact that this YouTuber justified doing something this disheartening, it blows my mind. In the video, you can hear Barrett saying, "The plan is to see if I can hit an elderly black person. Would this be televised nationally? They hit defenseless people. I'm not that low. I wouldn't do that." What? So punching an unexpected elderly man, that's okay in your books? Barrett left Coleman with sickening injuries following this 2013 attack. Coleman left the attack with his jaw fractured in 2 places and some missing teeth. Barrett, who had been dubbed the knockout guy, was arrested hours later when he showed the video to an off-duty police officer Thanksgiving weekend 2013. I know you guys are probably like, this story, it's so old, why are you telling us about it now? Well, the US Department of Justice made this cell phone video public last Friday after a Freedom of Information Act requested by the Houston Chronicle. On the basis it has been introduced in court as evidence. There have been series of similar attacks worldwide, where attackers sucker punch victims on cameras for their own amusement and then they run away. Barrett pleaded guilty to the motivated racial assault in June, and he's been sentenced to almost 6 years in federal prison. Next, I have a story for you guys about 2 heroes. Here's a clip.
Just without thinking, jumped back there right over the deceased father.
And so he hopped in there with the flames and everything.
But that harness, I couldn't get it. It was melted or what, but I grabbed it and and I wasn't gonna stop until I got that baby out of there.
Literally trying to get it, he's freaking out because he couldn't get it, and he was just really freaking. He's like, I gotta get this baby out.
Because there's no way I was gonna let no baby die. There's no way. I would not let her burn. I'd burn first for sure.
These 2 men, they were in the right place at the right time, and they saved this little baby just seconds before the car engulfed in flames. Stephen Hill, who's 45 and from Dearborn, Michigan, says, if they had arrived only a moment earlier, they would have missed the crash. And a moment later, they would have been too late. Unfortunately, when the 2 men arrived at the scene, the father was already deceased. Hill said it was abundantly clear by looking at the driver, he was dead. But since the car was on fire, they wanted to still pull him out, saying that if it was me, I would want my family to have a body for the funeral. The car left the interstate, Florida Highway Patrol says, for unknown reasons, and tumbled, striking a tree about 20 feet off the ground, before bursting into flames. Paramedics and police arrived moments later. The child was taken to UF Health earlier Friday morning, where she was reported to be in critical condition. All of us here hope this little baby is doing okay. Next, with the holidays coming up, a lot of churches have their nativity scene set up. But the last thing you would expect to find is a real live baby in the place of baby Jesus. A newborn baby with the umbilical cord still attached was found in the nativity scene of Queen's Church last Monday. The church is considered a safe haven for drop-offs. The surveillance video of Holy Child shows a woman walking into the church with a baby in her arms and leaving without one. The custodian who had found the child in the church had previously left for about an hour, and when he returned he heard crying. So he went to investigate and he found the little baby. And this little baby already has a number of families ready to adopt him. Next, we have a teenage medical student who has 11 sugar daddies. This is 19-year-old Clover Patilla. and she says, "A lot of the time I'm approached by older men that just want some good-looking company. They tell me they want to talk and be seen with a pretty lady on their arm, and that's fine by me." Online, she's known as Sugar Baby, and since 2014 has dated 11 older men, such as bankers, restaurant owners, and company CEOs. And she says her parents totally support her decisions when it comes to this area. "I personally don't know anyone who would be okay with their 19-year-old hanging out with a bunch of random older men." Clover says, "I've had 11 sugar daddies so far, including 3 or 4 serious ones. Boys, they do nothing but mess you around. At least if a sugar daddy breaks my heart, I can cry into a brand new pair of Manolo Blahniks." That's, a healthy mindset. A lot of people still question if sugar daddies do exist in this day and age, and clearly from this story, well, they still do. Finally, I'm gonna end you guys off with a cute and funny story, just a light way to end the weekend. It's a story about a Labrador who catches lobsters for his owner. Alex Schultz has trained Lila to dive into the waters and catch lobster. Lila dives into the water and swims down to the bottom of the seabed. She picks up the crustacean in her mouth before swimming back to the surface to show her owner what she's found. Personally, I'd be scared of the lobster pinching or latching onto my dog, but I guess it hasn't happened yet. Well, that's all the stories I have for you guys today. For you American viewers, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving and a great long weekend. And for you Canadian viewers, well, I hope you had a great week like I did. So make sure you guys like, subscribe. We have more stories for you guys just over here. You can follow me on Instagram at Court McGinley, and I'll see you guys all next weekend. Bye, guys.